If you have a BSc degree and you've graduated with a 2-2 and above, you already have the first requirement towards becoming a UK registered nurse following these routes that I am about to share. Hi, my name is Ngozi. I'm a registered nurse. I've practiced in Nigeria for 7 years. I've been practicing in the UK now for 4 years and counting. If you've just come across my video, you are welcome. Thank you so much for the other videos, the love, the questions and all of that. And there is so much more that I have in store. Subscribe to this channel or follow me on any platform that you come across this video and let us roll together. In this video, I'm going to be sharing the master's degree pathway to becoming a registered nurse in the UK. So you have your BSc degree, you have graduated with a 2-2 or higher, and your goal is to be in the UK as a registered nurse. This is a fantastic pathway for you. So if you apply to the following universities, you will see them at the end of this video. You will get admission to study adult nursing at a master's level for 2 years, after which you just have to register with the NMC UK and get your PIN, which will allow you to start working as a nurse here in the UK. The interesting thing about this pathway is that your BSc doesn't necessarily have to be in nursing. So nursing shortage is a big thing, especially with the aging population, and the demand is really high for skilled personnel like nurses to provide the needed care for these aging populations. So there are so many pathways to becoming a nurse, and I really find this one very interesting. Let's talk about the requirements that you need to gain this admission. So the first requirement is your academic qualification. Most schools require that you have a 2-2 and above. A 2-1 is actually a strong one to use. Some universities can accept a 2-2 based on some additional requirements that you should meet as well. The second requirement that you need is health and care experience. So most universities require that you have healthcare experience. So you could be a healthcare assistant, someone who is really interested in healthcare and really wants to dive into nursing. So as a healthcare assistant, or that's one of the easiest way to get into the healthcare system, right? And this should be very well expressed in your supporting statement while you are applying for this admission. Now, some universities will require that you write an English exam. So each university would have their requirements and their required score. What you need to do is to go to their website and check exactly what they need so that you can find out the one that's very easy for you to meet. The next thing that you need is a professional CV that clearly shows your field and your experience, your background in healthcare, and then you need those references as well. Let's talk about the advantages of this pathway. So if you're a registered nurse and you've been finding it difficult to follow the conventional way of becoming a registered nurse, the IELTS, CBT and all of that, OSCE, this is a good way to actually come into the UK, study adult nursing at the master's degree level, you get your master's and you get to register directly with the NMC UK. You scrap all of that CBT and OSCE pathway and you become a registered nurse in the UK. If you're not a nurse already, your background is in any other course at all, if you meet the requirements of having a healthcare background, you actually stand a chance to becoming a registered nurse in the UK. So all you need to do is to make sure that you have referees and also you're able to express yourself during the interview about your interest and your background in healthcare. Now, I'm going to list out those universities that you can apply to. What you need to do is to go to this website. Make sure that you do proper research. One of the things about this pathway is that you're actually going to be spending some, you actually need to pay those fees for you to get your studies done. I'm going to get someone who has actually gone through this pathway so that they share their journey as a way to inspire someone who really wants to take this pathway and do not know how to start. If you have watched to this point, thank you so much. And I hope that you've done all the following, the sharing and the subscribing. I'm going to be back with another video where I share more on nursing tips for nurses.